You guys, I'm just trying to figure out with your, obviously the big release that you guys put out tomorrow. Do you know if that track is still #1 in any countries?
Mine?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I mean, that came out in like 95, so
right.
Like 12 years ago. So I wouldn't imagine that that would still be in top 10 anyway.
Was that a kind of a track that you were really shocked with on how it did so well on the U.S. charts?
Yeah, I guess it's one of those things you can never really pick it, you know. Yeah, back then in 95, it just kind of took off by itself here in the States. It first started getting played on a radio station, I think out of Atlanta, I'm not sure. Some guy just got it on import.
Yeah.
And, and then next minute we get played on radio, and we flew over, did some shows, and it kind of took off from there.
Wow, that's one of those weird success stories, I might add.
Yeah, like I said, you just can't pick it.
I can't imagine that. Anyways, with your previous involvement with one of your previous labels, did you guys ever get compensation on the 2 compilations that they put out that you guys weren't really involved with?
Which there's the Silverchair Volume 1 thing.
Yeah.
You talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course we still get the usual royalties, but yeah, I guess it's a thing of them still owning the back catalogue, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's not much you can really do about that.
Yeah, I guess so. Now, playing in front of Rio, I can never imagine playing in front of 250,000 of people. How does that really kind of change you fundamentally?
Not really. I think, it was definitely a pretty mind-blowing experience. We weren't touring at the time, and we were just spending a bit of time at home, and we got the offer to go over and do Rock in Rio, and from chilling on the couch at home to getting off a plane and playing in front of 250,000 people was kind of a surreal experience.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You don't realise, how big that actually looks until you stand out in front of it.
Yeah, I went to the SARS.
Took a couple of songs to relax.
Yeah, I can imagine. I went to the SARS Stocks with the Stones in Toronto. It was about 400,000 people, so
yeah.
I know the feeling.
Crazy, yeah.
Also, for you as a career highlight, would you say that when you guys did your Sydney cricket show in 2005, and you guys are, basically earned $2.5 million for charity, I mean, would you say that's one of your biggest highlights?
Yeah, a lot of good things came out of that show for us, apart from, raising all that money for charity, and Midnight Oil played, and John Butler and Missy Higgins, and, it was a really special day to be able to raise that much money for the tsunami victims. But for us, that was our first show together as a band for a couple of years, and
right.
It was pretty much from that day onwards that we were, really excited about playing music again, and talking about making another record.
Right. And what caused a long hiatus between the last record?
A lot of things. It was, first of all, Dan's health, He had to get himself healthy again, and that was the best part of 2 years.
Yeah.
The three of us, I think, were just ready to just take a break from Silverchair and, I guess, all the pressures that go with it, and just, go and do something else for a little while. I mean, Silverchair's all we'd done from the age of 14, so... Right. It was just, I think, a really healthy thing to do.
Well, that's good. Another question is, in today's downloading era, are you guys pretty happy with your current album sales of the new album?
Yeah, to be honest, I couldn't tell you where it's at. I mean, the response for Straight Lines at Radio has been awesome, and but in terms of record sales, to be honest, I don't have a clue.
Right. I guess it's something that you don't really need to know about, or don't want to get bogged down.
Something that it's not the be-all and end-all, I guess.
Yeah. I got only 2 more questions. Who guys came up with the putting out those limited editions of those printed cells?
Oh, the printed cells?
Yeah, like that's something totally different I've never seen before.
Yeah, we did that on Diorama because one of the videos, the animated one for Love Your Life, was I guess just really lended itself to it. So we did a small run of prints back then, but it They, I think they're for sale through the fan club website.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. One last question. What started the initial kind of quote-unquote personal demons that Daniel had to go through?
Sorry, say that again?
What were some of the more detailed quote-unquote personal demons that Daniel had to go through? I mean, what sort of, was it a lot of anxiety, or what was...
In which period? Like for this?
Like right in the early days.
Oh, in the early days?
Yeah.
Well, I guess one being the front man and having to cope with all, I guess, that extra attention when you're just a teenager, just, struggling with day-to-day things of being a teenager. And,
yeah.
Also his eating disorders and things like that, his, thankfully out the other side of, he went through some pretty dark times. Was
it based because he's kind of a shy guy kind of deal, or?
To be honest, the workings of an eating disorder, I guess, are pretty complicated. I'm sure there'd be more than one reason for it.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it from me. Appreciate all your time and stuff.
Sorry?
I appreciate all your time.
Yeah, you too, man. Thanks for the call.
Oh, no problem. Good luck with the show tonight.
Thanks, Steve.
Take it easy. Bye.
Yeah.